Wheel have delivered on exactly everything I would have hoped for. Their voice could well be one of modern progressive music's loudest out there. Guys, welcome back, and hello if you are new. So, after the sleeper hit for me that was Resident Human, an absolutely brilliant prog record, Wheel are now back with not only a new album, but a new label in the form of Inside Out. So this week I'm going to be delving into their brand new offering, which is Charismatic Leaders. So, formed in Helsinki, Wheel are primarily Finnish, but they also feature James Lascelles, who is an English singer. And in terms of sound, I would say that they are the closest to the likes of like The Ocean, Carnival, and then Tool is, you know, quite an obvious one, I guess. Thematically, this record, as the title suggests, looks at charismatic leaders and particularly the idea of cults, essentially. So it's quite an interesting open-ended theme that they're talking about here. Once again, there's a great compromise of, you know, progressive elements, but also straightforward ideas as well. There's also a bit more oomph this time round. I feel like there's a lot more power, and songs like Empire and Disciple really kind of pack a punch. Once again into power is both immediate in the shorter tracks, but also comes in those dynamics, which works brilliantly when you have those sprawling prog epics, the likes of Porcelain, Saboteur, The Freeze, and Submission. What I was really impressed by is a band that have really kind of come into their own. Gone is the overtly obvious Tool worship, and in its place is a band that's really starting to find its voice. I think James Lascelles has really kind of, you know, found an identity and, you know, if anything, is extending his range even more, you know, because his ability is absolutely brilliant. Where drums are concerned, I think they're creating more modern and very engaging rhythmic ideas, but also, you know, bass kind of walks that line as well. There's a little bit of a sort of lead aspect to it, but it always anchors in there. And it doesn't sound like, you know, kind of recycled style riffs. It sounds like something new and really kind of fresh, which I really liked. And guitar is the same, you know, effects are kind of making a bit more of an appearance, and there is one hell of a solo on The Freeze. I also think there's a slightly darker feeling to Charismatic Leaders. You've got tracks like Saboteur, which has a really quite ominous feeling, and then Caught in the Afterglow, I think, really creates a nice sort of prelude to The Freeze, and you know, is quite sort of like pensive and sort of quite pregnant with anticipation. However, as much as I do really love this record, there were some bits where I did kind of feel myself sort of like wandering off and kind of like not necessarily being there fully. So I don't know if that's because it maybe could have done with a bit of fat being trimmed, but that was really kind of like the only sort of downfall I can see with this album. It's a very strong record. Despite that though, Wheel have delivered on exactly everything I would have hoped for. You know, I think they've really capitalized on the fact that they've got their own sense of identity on this record, and that their voice could well be one of modern progressive music's loudest out there. I'm really excited to see what the future holds for this band. So for that reason, I'm going to give this album an 8.5 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching this album review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments underneath me. And please do hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help. And I'll see you guys very soon for another album review.